celebrating and honoring the veterans. How does it feel being here today?
I think it's wonderful. I was just saying that I feel strongly that if we have the opportunity to come together and honor our veterans in any way, shape, or form, if we can do it, we should do it. I have great respect for them.
Do you have any family who have served in the military?
I understood that my grandfather did, but I don't know. He died way before I was born.
And can I get your social media?
Yeah, social media. You can follow me on, there's about 4 Facebook fan pages. God bless you all who take care of them for me. They're wonderful. I'm on TikTok with a segment called Reflections with Stephanie Kramer, and it's based on a YouTube channel I have that was created to inspire people to think differently and to offer something that was more positive and inspirational for people to think about, to counterbalance all the negativity in the world and how the difficulties that are out there. So that's on TikTok as well.
That's amazing. And one more thing before you go. Who is your Oscar pick?
Oppenheimer for Best Film, Robert Downey Jr., Best Supporting Actor. Best Actor, I'm not sure, probably Cillian Murphy. I think that film was extraordinary. To me, that was the best film of the year.
We love that. Thank you so much and enjoy. Okay.
Thank you. You too. Have fun.
Vries?
Tommy, how does it feel being here today?
It feels incredible to represent veterans in the entertainment community and to be honored with an award from this foundation. Yeah, I did 10 years active duty, and now I'm a reservist for the Marine Corps' Entertainment Office. It's an incredible opportunity to not only get to serve and work with Marines and train Marines and deploy with Marines, but to then get out and continue to tell Marine Corps stories is my passion in life, and I'm glad to be doing it.
And with your journey, how do we follow you on social media?
On my Instagram is probably the best bet, at the Tommy DeVries, and everything else is on my website at linktree/Tommy DeVries.
And one more thing before you go. Who is your Oscar pick?
I was in Okinawa for a while, and we had a kid when I was in Okinawa, so my experience at the movies was limited for the last few years. But what I did get to go see in theaters this year was Oppenheimer, so I'm just gonna have to go with that. Cillian Murphy's the GOAT.
The go-to.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much. Pleasure meeting you.
Take care.
Okay, so you're here to support the vets with Suzanne. Do you have any vets in your family?
No, I don't, but I've been supporting vets since I was 16 years old, and I was also part of that group of people who were knocking on Washington's doors to reinstate all of the benefits of the GI Bill that still need to be worked on. Maybe that would solve some of the GI homelessness.
I appreciate that.
So we need to re-inspire people to demand that the full benefits be restored.
Hi, Brenda. I know you've been here before. What keeps you coming back and helping with this particular beneficial thing?
It's wonderful to know that somebody recognizes veterans every year and to be a part of the Hollywood, because movies is such an important part of our lives. It moves us, it inspires us. There's a lot of military movies and a lot of military people who like going to movies, and we're here to celebrate that as well.
Yes, and I understand that, with Suzanne, she actually helps veterans get work in the industry.
Yes, she does. Yes, she's been doing this for years, so it's just an honor to meet her in person and to say thank you for recognizing veterans.
Okay, Oscar pick?
I loved Bradley Cooper and Maestro. It was transformational performance. Yes. Yes, and Barbie, of course, America Ferrera, and the director. Yes, incredible.
It was a good year, I think,
for women. Yes.
So coming back to LA.
Well, you enjoy the event. Have a nice lunch.
Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you.
It's in your family, right?
My mother and my father were both in the U.S. Air Force. Yep.
That's right. My father was in the Canadian Army, but he worked with the Americans, so there you go. And, okay, so I'm happy to see you again and supporting the veterans. How does it feel to be coming yet again to support them?
Well, you got to show up, so that's why we're here.
Can't do it if you don't show up.
Yeah, Suzanne always, we'll really, if we're available, we'll always do her things. Thank you.
And I'm exactly the same way. She calls, I come.
Yeah, absolutely. She's really, have you ever met a harder worker than Suzanne DeLaurentiis? Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, it is Oscar weekend. Got a pick?
American Fiction.
Yeah, American Fiction.
That one snuck up on me.
I'm sorry?
That one snuck up on me.
Right? I know.
It was the real deal, that movie. Yeah.
So good. So wonderful. So funny and so true.
All right, I'm not going to keep you. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you.
We'll see you again.
Good to see you.
Okay, you're one of our honorees. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a Los Angelino. I'm a native Angelino here. My wife and I are from Los Angeles, and graduate of UCLA. Came back here to Los Angeles in my last 2 years of service. Reconnected with my high school sweetheart, and we're now in my retirement. Really, I focus a lot of my time on veteran-focused nonprofits, particularly Veterans in Media and Entertainment, where we provide opportunities for veterans to work in the industry, whether they be on the production side, the writing side, or the acting side.
That's great. You guys reconnected recently or when you came back, right?
Yeah, 8 years ago.
2016. We married in 2019, before the pandemic, and then we had just in time, exactly.
Just in time, exactly. Yeah, and it's just an honor to be here. Thank you so much, Paula.
Okay, thank you so much. Oscar pick for today?
Oh, I'm all in on Oppenheimer. I was blown away by it. It blew my mind. Yeah, one of the biggest films of all time.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Cheers.
What brings you here today?
Well, I totally support the veterans. A lot of my family's in the military. I got drafted in 1969, so I went down for induction. So I waited around at 1A. By the time I was ready to go in, the war ended. So Vietnam. So maybe God was looking down on me. Who knows? But anyway, I've always supported the veterans. I grew up, went to military academies most of my life, and Suzanne's a friend of mine. I think it's a good thing to do. I wish more people did it. It's a tough job out there. I'd rather be here than the Oscars, to tell you the truth. This is a much more worthy cause. And Suzanne's a friend of mine for a while. We've done a few movies together. And I just think it's good I wish more Hollywood people would come out to these events like this and support our men and women in uniform.
And speaking about the Oscars, who is your pick?
You know what? I got to tell you, I haven't seen all the films, but I got to tell you, Paul Giamatti in Holdover is fantastic. It's not a flashy role, but he's really good. And I think Cillian Murphy's really good. I think it's between those two. The gal in Holdover is really good too. So I don't know. I don't really follow it that much anymore. After Rocky in '77, I was done. Yeah. After we lost, then I was done. And when I lost my Oscar nomination, I was done too.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Today is the Oscar Awards Day. That's what everybody thinks. It's also the day we all sprung forward. We turned our clocks forward last night and lost an hour of sleep. And it's the day that Suzanne DeLaurentiis, who puts on this event once a year, gathers us all to honor our veterans of military service. And I'm thrilled to be here because my dad was in the Army. He was an Army doctor.
That is so amazing to hear. I love that you're here supporting. And how do we follow you on social media?
You can't follow me on social media because I am socially inactive. I'm technically challenged. Technology is not my friend. I was born too early to understand any of it. I don't have a computer. I'm not on the internet. I'm not on Facebook. I don't tweet or toot or anything else. I have a brand new series that I just started with Ted Danson, and it's for Netflix. And we've shot 2 episodes already, and I'm having the time of my life.
Amazing. And one more thing before you go. Who is your Oscar pick?
I believe Best Picture is going to be Oppenheimer.
That's a good one. Thank you so much, Sally. You two back here today.
Suzanne, I think this is like, we were just saying, this is like, I think our 6th or 7th year, doing this. And, she, year after year, honors the military, which to Chrissy and I is so important. I mean, this is the only event in town that's doing that, so we're so honored to be here. And I was excited to see who the 4 honorees are today. Every year we make sure that our social calendar is clear so we can be here.
And how does it feel having your +1 with you?
I think I'm the +1. I'm gonna get the T-shirt that says I'm with her and an arrow.
Usually, I'm the one who sits in the audience and supporting him. I am so proud of him and everything that he does in acting, producing, and directing, and helping with Suzanne and helping honor these veterans here, because it's so important to support and appreciate those who fight for our country.
Who's your Oscar pick?
Who's your Oscar pick?
That's a tough one. There's a lot of great ones out there. I'm kind of rooting for Flowers of the Killer Moon and Leonardo, because that was a pretty intense movie. But again, there were so many other great ones. I mean, there's Oppenheimer. I mean, I don't even want to pick one. I'm just going to sit. Let's see what happens.
I have to say, we got all the screeners and the downloads, and I really liked Oppenheimer. I mean, that was like a who's who in casting. There's so many big names in that movie, and it's well done. Even though it's got a long run time, I think it flies through. So that'll be my pick. I'm sure everybody's picked that, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, we watched it in the living room, on the couch, and had a great time. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Enjoy, and yes, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
How does it feel being here today, honoring the veterans?
It's really special because I just made a movie called Line of Fire, what is about a veteran and his PTSD. So supporting them here today is really special for me. Yeah.
How do we follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram, Roel Reine, ROELREINE. I also the director of Halo and Black Sails and many movies, so you can find me on IMDb if you want as well.
And one more thing before you go.
Yes.
Who is your Oscar pick?
My Oscar pick for what category?
Any category.
Best director? It's going to be Christopher Nolan, you already knew that.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Kimberly, so what brings you here today at Suzanne DeLaurentiis Veteran?
Well, I'm actually a Marine Corps veteran. Yes, I'm very humbled. I'm extremely humbled to be here, and it's not something I'm really used to, so I'm just kind of blown away, to be honest. It touches my heart. It really does.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for serving, and I hope you have a good one.
Thank you very much.
How does it feel being here today honoring the veterans?
It feels amazing and just once in a lifetime experience for us.
Yes, I'm going to echo what Stephanie said. This is just a phenomenal opportunity. We are very proud to support the veterans, and we're very honored by Suzanne to have been invited here.
Do you have any family who are in the military or have served before?
Yes, I have my grandfather who was in the Navy, and then we have a great uncle who is active Army. Yes, and several other people in the military. My brother was in the Army as well.
Yeah, my uncle is 12 years active, 21 years in the reserves. He just retired. Yeah.
Congratulations to him.
Mine is my grandfather, and then also I have 3 very close friends that are either Marine, Army, or Air Force.
That is so amazing. Who is your Oscar pick?
I'm going to go with the Flowers of the Moon, Killers of the Flower Moon, yeah.
My Oscar pick? Ooh, that's a good one. Caught me off guard. Y'all give me something.
I gotta give love to Lily. Lily Gladstone all the way. The Montana girl.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yes.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
And before you guys go, can I get your social media?
Sure. It's Gemini Crown Tech.
Can you spell it?
Yes. GEMINICROWNTECH.
And that's on the internet, so that's GeminiCrownTech.com. We're also on LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook.
On Netflix. He's a Bengal. Yeah. He's about 13 pounds, which is quite big. That's a big thing.
Yeah, he likes to surf waves. He loves to swim.
He's quite an adventure cat, and in the show it shows him traveling all over the world. We were in Italy 3 months filming with him. He rode on a Vespa. He's done all kinds.
He did with a little helmet. You'll have to watch the show to see it, but it's adorable.
And then just last month he learned to snowboard in Mammoth. So yeah.
So how do we find that show?
Well, right now, Hidden Lives of Pets on Netflix, and then also Cat People. He has 2 television shows. And then the third one's coming out at the end of this year, and that's called Travel Through Our Eyes. And it's traveling through the eyes of a cat.
And this is all on Netflix?
Yeah.
So does Maverick support the military?
Of course. The veterans are the foundation of our country, so we're happy to be out here. We were offered to come as a guest, and we wanted to contribute, so we actually paid for our tickets and everything because we wanted to contribute.
That is amazing. Do you have any family in the military?
My uncle, he's a pilot. He's retired now, but he was an Air Force pilot for over 25 years.
That is amazing. Oh my goodness.
2 wars, the Iraqi war and then this latest war that we had. I guess you'd call it Afghani war.
Well, thank you so much for them for serving. And speaking of which, can we get your social medias?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's Surfer Cat Mav.
He's in it.
Maverick, so Surfer Cat Mav. You
Do
can
you
watch
like to
everything.
smell the microphone, buddy?
Is it good?
And what would Maverick's Oscar pick be?
He likes pink, so
he
Barbie.
likes Barbie because he likes the beach and he likes to surf.
And he loves pink.
He loves pink.
This boy wears pink all the time. He loves it.
He has a pink life jacket. He surfs
Pink
in.
harness, a pink jacket. Yeah, pink is definitely for both sexes.
He's a trendsetter. Thank you so much and enjoy.
Thanks a lot.
You did good,
And last.
My name is Rawcel Cooks from the group Supernova here in Los Angeles. Yes, right? Good to see you again.
So, what brings you here today?
Wow, obviously it's an Oscars event, and we want to salute our veterans who are putting their lives on the line and sacrificing for our country, so we want to always be in support of them. So Supernova is always about giving back to our community and wanting to be an example of what we want to see in the world as well. So it's an honor to be here at this event, and on the behalf of Supernova, and show these brave men and women out here some support out here.
Do you have any family who served in the military?
Yes, actually my dad is a veteran who served in the military, so shout out to my pops, man, and it's in the family. And so they're a big inspiration for me to follow up and make an impact on our communities as well. And so we're actually, Supernova is going to be a part of a delegation with Port of Los Angeles going to a trade mission to Africa later this year. And so we're honored to be working on the behalf of Karen Bass's office and bringing music and positivity to the city of LA and to Africa.
How do we follow you on social media?
You can follow us at all of the social media handles are at Supernova, ZUPANOVA, and my personal one is at RAW.CEL.
Thank you so much. And what brings you here today?
Well, I was a guest from JP Morgan Bank to come down, and I'm a recipient of the Congressional Lifetime Achievement Award from President Obama. So, it's kind of cool to see the military, because I do a lot of business with the military. I also served in the military, so it's almost like a complete circle to see what we're doing and to give back to the military and help organizations out there. And that's one of the reasons why I got the award is I work with kids. I work with girls and boys in athletic programs. I work closely with the National Football League's alumni to find works out there for kids, create programs, flag football leagues. So it's about involvement. So it's about kids. I developed a program for golf. Golf is a very expensive sport, so I've got corporate sponsors to help me teach the game of golf to kids all across America.
Who is your Oscar pick?
Oppenheimer.
Oh my
a great movie. I wish him luck. I hope he does it today.
Fingers crossed. Thank you.
I mean, everyone did well, but that's the movie right there. I'm predicting a sweep.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm here to support our military veterans, be a participant with Suzanne's event. Really excited to support the Oscars. Anytime you can be in Hollywood and downtown and supporting our military veterans, just an honor for me as a patriot.
And Robert was kind enough to invite me. I came as a veteran to see what the event was, acknowledge some of my brothers and sisters in the military, and just, celebrate what their accomplishments as well.
With you being in the military and having served before, how does it feel being at this event honoring veterans?
It's great. It's great any chance we get to acknowledge the men and women of the military. It's a great opportunity, and if we could get to give back in any way, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, just really excited that the men and women that put on the uniform every day, that sacrifice their lives, so the rest of us can have freedom. Just a phenomenal opportunity to give back, to be a patriot, but again, to celebrate Hollywood, post-pandemic, and really want to show our young people, like my son, that the military is that legacy, that foundation. We'll be able to support and follow in the footsteps of great patriots and military leaders like Giovanni.
Before you two go, who is your Oscar pick?
Oppenheimer.
Who's your Oscar pick?
Oppenheimer as well.
I think they nailed it on that one.
I'm still tabulating the votes, so I'll release that later this afternoon.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It is so nice having you back. How does it feel being here today?
It feels really good, and it's something that's so important, not just for Oscars in itself, but the fact that we're able to honor people who certainly are so under-honored, if there's any such thing. We need to recognize that these people that have served their time in fighting and being a part of our country to save it is recognized.
That is so amazing. And how do we follow you on social media?
This part's cool because my publicist has told me to make sure I remembered this. So you can reach me on all of my social media at my name, Tyrone DuBose, D-U-B-O-S-E, or on my website at rnbhistorian.com.
And one more thing before you go. Who is your Oscar pick?
I'm my Oscar pick. But no, to be perfectly honest, I always root for the underdogs because there's I always remember Chariots of Fire when I had hair like in 1983, but for some reason I always root for the underdogs. So I'm certainly hoping whoever's supposed to win is going to win tonight.
Thank you so much.
Respect. Thank you very much.
Elizabeth, how does it feel being here today?
Oh, it means so much to me. I will always do everything I can to support the veterans, and Suzanne is such an inspiration of everything that she does for our veterans. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. And I have so many family and friends that have served, and I feel like there's just no greater cause.
And how do we follow you on social media?
I'm Instagram, I'm Elizabeth Gast Napolitano. Facebook, also Elizabeth Gast Napolitano. And I have YouTube and Twitter.
And one more thing before you go. Who is your Oscar pick?
Oh, my Oscar pick. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I love Oppenheimer. Honestly, I can't wait till tonight to see it.
Thank you so much and enjoy. Thank you so much. Victoria, how does it feel being here today?
It feels amazing. I really am a huge fan of the military and a huge fan of the Oscars. So.
Did you have any family who served in the military?
Yes, actually, both of my grandfathers on both sides. They were both in the Army, and my dad was in the Navy. And I've, dated a few people who were in the military. So
we know. How do we follow you on social media?
Sure, I'm on Instagram at @Victoria Savage.
And one more thing before you go. Who is your Oscar pick?
Oh gosh, see, if I ran the Oscars, it would be pretty boring because I would give everybody an award. I just feel like when you get to that level, like the talent is incredible. Like, how do you pick?
So, thank you so much. Grace, how does it feel being here today?
Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. It's so fun to be around like-minded people that are passionate about life and contribution. oh my goodness, to be a part of and connect with people that are serving our nation and country. It is an honor to participate and to witness the contribution that she's making and the community is making to serve the veterans as well as those that are active.
And how do we follow you on social media?
Sure, so you'll find me on iamgrace.how, H-A-O.
I think it's a good cause that Suzanne puts together, and it's all about supporting the men and women that give their lives for all of our freedom. So it's very important to be supporting something like this.
I love it. Did you have any family who was in the military?
I did not. Yeah.
But you're here supporting, and it is amazing.
Yes, yes.
I love that. How do we follow you in social media?
Social media. So I'm the CEO, founder of a platform called the Megamix Expo. So it's megamixexpo.com. Really easy. It's on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. But we're not on TikTok yet.
I'm Penny Foscaris. I'm a wellness innovator, and I own an anti-aging clinic, and I also created Red Light Pro devices, which are the most powerful red light device on the planet.
How does it feel being here today?
It's amazing. I support the military and the veterans, and I share with everyone, if it wasn't for them, we could not be here and do what we're doing today. We would be worrying about what's going over our heads. Okay, so I'm here to support, and I love giving when I can.
It's such a blessing.
It is, yeah.
How do we follow you on social media?
Sure, you can go to Penny Foscaris on Instagram or Red Light Pro Devices, and you can find it on there, and online as well too.
Thank you so much and enjoy. Oh my God, it's a pleasure talking.
Sure. My name is Phelton Calhoun. I am the hotel general manager for La Casa del Camino in Laguna Beach, California.
And how does it feel being here today?
Oh, amazing. This is actually my first time being here, so I'm super honored to just, to support all the everyone in the services. I have families in the service as well, and then just to be a special guest from Joy and Suzanne, it's super great. It's actually close to my heart. There's a lot of people that don't get a lot of recognition, especially like veterans and just people in the services, and that's, in my opinion, one of the hardest things in the world to do. So to do this and that she's doing it, it's something really noble.
And how do we follow you on social media?
So we are on Facebook at La Casa del Camino. Our website is lacasadelcamino.com. And on our Instagram page is at La Casa Hotel LB.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel being here today?
I feel fantastic being here today. Yeah, it's a great event, great cause, wonderful. And how do you feel about being here today, Lynn?
It feels amazing.
There's a lot of energy here.
The energy is great.
From in front of the camera and behind the camera as well. So yes.
Tell me, how do we follow you on social media?
You can Google me, you can do @Kim Estes, you can do the Kim Estes on all the social media, so I'm good.
And one more thing.
What would you like to know, Lynn?
Who?
Who's my favorite person right now with you?
Oh.
Lynn.
And it's you too.
Thank you.
Who is your Oscar pick?
Jeffrey Wright. You heard that, Jeffrey. It's from me, Kim. So I got your back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lynn, for being here.
Thank you, Pam. Pam, how does it feel being here today honoring the veterans?
Oh, it's, the veterans, a special spot in my heart. I have military relatives, and one paid the price. So my deepest respect and honor goes to them.
And how do we follow you?
Oh, well, I play the drums. I also tap dance, but I have played in the past with Blue Man Group, some of the 50s bands, but just kind of an active musician.
And how do we follow you on social media?
Oh, at Bunnytail on Instagram, and Pam Jacobs on Facebook.
And one more thing before you go. Who is your Oscar pick?
Hello, Barbie! Yeah, but I just loved it. Such a woman thing, I really liked it. I got through Oppenheimer really heavy, very good. You knew everybody, but Barbie was just such a good message. Yeah, I like that.
Thank you so much. How does does it feel being here today?
It actually feels wonderful because I get to meet wonderful people. Just to know an event that she's producing and doing and trying to make some changes, make some differences. And I'm just happy that she invited me to be in part of this. So it's wonderful.
How do we follow you on social media?
You can follow me on all my social media under a name called Body Construction with a K. So instead of with a C, it's with a K. And then my name, Marco Verdier. And I'm in there for my writing, my producing. I have 2 children's books I just produced. And it's called Red, A Curious Rooster, and Red Meets the Scarecrow. And they just came out, one in December and one 2 weeks ago.
Where is it streaming?
It's streaming on Amazon. So if you go to Amazon, you can find it there and under those 2 names. And I'm just hoping that the kids will like it and show them a different light of not making such judgments all the time. So it's a kind of like, let me see what's with the world, but not always make a judgment to not what you see what it is. Like the Scarecrow represents scary, but when Red gets to see the Scarecrow and meets it, it's really friendly. It just has a purpose to keep the crows out of the pasture. So that's kind of my thoughts in doing things like that.
And one more thing before you go.
Sure.
Who is your Oscar pick?
I really don't have one. I know that's not fair, but I really don't. I think there are always some good choices.
All of them.
Yes, all of them.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Teri, how does it feel being here honoring the veterans?
Oh, it feels amazing. Actually, the book I wrote has been with the target to get to information to the to the veterans, to our military, because of so much they go through, and they can be coming back into life and re-enter into life and really with their families and wonder, where do I fit now? And that's what my book is about, is releasing times of difficulty for times of destiny.
How do we follow you on social media?
I'm on Facebook primarily, and they can go to trainwreck-to-triumph.com and get a free ebook as well. My other ebook, the ebook they would get is helping your friend heal through a train wreck without jumping in with them.
Wow. Thank you so much. How does it feel being here today honoring the veterans?
It's an honor to be here. I was here last year as well, and I had a heart transplant 15 years ago, and I started a foundation to assist transplant recipients with no-cost housing, and we help so many vets. Presently, we have 3 homes, and presently we have 2 vets. One from who fought in the Vietnam War, who needed a lung transplant at 70 years old from Agent Orange, and we have another vet from the Afghanistan War, whose wife, he's a caretaker, whose wife needs a heart transplant. So it's very near and dear to my heart.
I've done so many films.
And how do we follow you on social media?
Just go to avasheart.org or our Instagram, avasheart, AVASHERT.org. Join our It's Just One campaign. Just donate $1 a month. Everybody can afford $12 a year, and we could use your help. Thank you.
And one more thing before you go. Who is your Oscar pick?
Well, I really want Bradley Cooper to win Best Actor.
We love Bradley.
I love Bradley too.
Thank you.
And I love Leonard Bernstein, and I think that the movie was majestic. And unfortunately, there were so many great movies this year. I mean, how do you compare Oppenheimer to Maestro? You know.
Master was amazing. Thank you so much. Matthew Payne, always a pleasure seeing you. Welcome back. What brings you back here today?
To honor our veterans and also to celebrate the Oscars. Happy Oscars.
Happy Oscars. Oh my gosh.
96. Wow.
Who is your pick?
You know, it has to be Oppenheimer, although I do have to give a shout out to The Holdover. I think The Holdover was an incredible film. Being a teacher by trade as well, I think more stories need to be told about, you know, our brave young men and women who serve every day in the classroom. And more credit and appreciation needs to be given to our teachers. So shout out to all teachers out there.
Speaking about shout-outs, we're here honoring the veterans.
Yes.
How do you feel?
I feel great. You know, I come from 4 generations of Army veterans, and it's just awesome to honor them and to give back a little bit of just a token of our appreciation for what all they did. Yep.
And thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys look great. It's great to see you.
How does it feel being here honoring veterans today?
It's wonderful. Anytime you can honor these treasures of America, these people that fight for our country, they're selfless, and they put themselves on the front line every day so that we can enjoy our freedoms. To that's one of the noblest acts you can do. So I salute them. Boom. All the way down the line.
All the way. Do you have any family who served in the military before?
My father and my grandfather, all of them, served in World War II, come from a long line. I happen to be flat-footed. Thanks. But you know what? Yeah, I serve in other ways.
Who is your Oscar pick?
Who is my Oscar pick? I mean, I would always say Leo because The Flower Moon, I think he was amazing. And so, to me, I would have to say Leo DiCaprio.
Always, right.
Gentlemen. Yeah.
Thank you so much and enjoy, okay? It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Kris Kiley, we are here. How does it feel being here today?
Oh, it feels great. It feels amazing. Just to be able to do something to help support the troops is really nice.
Do you have any family who have served in the military?
Yeah, actually, my grandfather was in World War II, believe it or not. Yeah. And then I have an uncle who was in Vietnam.
That is amazing. And how do we follow you on social media?
I am Kris Kiley on Instagram, pretty much. Yeah.
And before you go, who is your Oscar pick?
Christopher Nolan, Best Director. Robert Downey Jr., Supporting Actor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.